The time is just gone 20 minutes past 9 as we continue with news and views this morning. Now, viewers and our listeners will recall the last 2 days where Salam Media has been covering the developments at ITV, the picket, the protest action that had taken place, and a number of issues that were raised by the Communication Workers Union. And yesterday we had the CEO of ITV Networks. We had Dr. Mahmoud Abou with us, and a number of issues were raised, and we gave him the right of reply. But what Dr. Abou did is he made mention of people, certain individuals, and one of the individuals that's central to this entire development that is taking place or playing out at ITV has been Mahmoud Abou-Zeid, where a number of issues were raised. Some of them to the point of allegations, accusations as well. And the request had come through from Mahmoud Abou-Zeid to have his right of reply and to respond to some of the issues that were raised by Dr. Mahmoud Abou. And it's in this light that we have got Mahmoud Abou-Zeid live with us in studio. Just to remind our listeners and viewers that this broadcast is coming to you live also on our Facebook page and also on YouTube. So you can view the proceedings live in a studio this morning. Mahmoud, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Jummah Mubarak, and glad that you are able to join us in studio.
Alhamdulillah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Jazakallah, Brother Inayat, for hosting me today. Jummah Mubarak to
yes,
the viewers.
Mahmoud, if you could just get a bit closer to the mic, please.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah, Brother Inayat, for having me in studio. Assalamu alaikum to all the viewers, and Jummah Mubarak to one and all.
Yes. Now, let's just talk now. There are a number of issues that obviously we'd like to go, and I've basically listed these issues, Mahmoud, after having listened to Dr. Mahmoud Abou yesterday and made a few notes in terms of what he has particularly said about you. But just before we get to talking these issues, just looking briefly, your role at ITV and, what has your role been until now?
I'm the general manager of ITV. I've been with ITV for the past 11 years. I am predominantly in charge of sales and general management of the station.
Yes. Now, clearly, when one looks at the developments and some of the issues, and I'm looking at the communication from the Communication Workers Union, where a number of issues were raised at the picket. Now, I don't want to focus too much on some of the other issues, particularly where we're talking about compliance issues, because we know that if ITV Networks has been non-compliant as far as SARS is concerned, and we've seen those banners in the picket as well about PAYE and IRP5s and those things. Now, obviously, SARS, we've got mechanisms that will enforce any compliance or any non-compliance issues relating to ITV Networks. If there are any labor issues, that will be taken care of by CCMA, but particularly looking at yourself, because yesterday when we raised certain issues with Dr. Mahmoud Abou, and one of them that came up right front was the reduction in staff from 60 to 20, and your involvement or your non-involvement in some of these staff matters. Now, Dr. Mahmoud Abou made it clear that he says he was not involved in the retrenchment process, and at the end of the day, this was basically your domain where you had basically acted, and to the point where he said that a number of people were retrenched by you.
I think the real issue here is one of governance, and as we speak, we're going to unpack that. But I'm more than happy to unpack the issue relating to the retrenchments of staff. As you're well aware, last year, when the previous CEO left ITV, from about February, Dr. Abou then took control of the company. I still maintained my position as general manager, and then we got hit with COVID, and as a result of COVID, we had a situation where a number of our advertisers had stopped advertising, and we had lost approximately 25% of our advertiser base, and we were not certain basically what type of impact the lockdown was going to have and the impact of COVID on the channel. And as a result of that, we needed to look at our cost structures and try and see where we can save measures. As a result of that, we then looked at our current situation. We had two producers that were had come in on a 3-month period, probation period. They had just started. And as a result of that, we did not renew their contracts. There was also the Durban branch, which was costing us a substantial amount of money, be it that it's rent, the cost of broadcast. We had 3 staff members that were there. The output was not as significant at the point. It was also the last branch that was opened in comparison to Cape Town and Johannesburg. And we made a decision in consultation with Dr. Adam. Ultimately, all the decisions came from him, because I reported, when Farad left, I reported to both himself and the company secretary, Yusuf Suleiman. So at the end of the day, all these things happened with the correspondence with him. These decisions did not happen solely by myself. But be it that it may, it was a good decision to have been made. And there was 3 members in Durban that were retrenched. And I've got some email correspondence here. He says that I went to Durban and within 2 days, basically the retrenchments took place. Heinrichsen attorneys attended to these matters, and they took about 5 weeks, where 2 staff members accepted a settlement and 1 took the matter to the CCMA, and there was no show. And there's an email basically showing the start of the attorney dealing with the matter and the end of it.
Yes. Now, obviously, the discussion we had with Dr. Adam came across very differently, because, he said that the retrenchment process took 2 days to complete, and it cost him something in the region of 950,000. And what you're saying is you've done this in consultation with Dr. Adam, where he says he has not been involved at a micro level at Salam, at ITV, in terms of managing this. And to the extent where he even mentioned the name Yusuf Ismail, who said that what Mahmoud Abou-Zeid has done in Durban is very wrong.
Look, I'm not going to speak about Yusuf Ismail or what have you. The decision that was made with regards to cutting costs at the time, okay, was a decision that was made by the company, okay, and in light of the fact that we had a reduction of 25% of our revenue, we had to take certain actions to ensure the continuity of the business. And that's what happened. And everything happened with consultation. I'll give you further emails to this fact. Here is another email, okay, by myself, when Dr. Adam himself wanted to retrench 11 staff members, okay, without knowing who the staff members are. And this is a letter motivating why he should not retrench 11 staff members. And it speaks about every staff member and what their value proposition is within the company. This then was later ignored by Dr. Adam completely. Okay, he then issued an instruction directly to the lawyers. There's another email, and please read them out. And this is an instruction that was given directly by Manco, okay, who he says he's the CEO, who's in charge of them. If you read there where it's highlighted, okay, the attorney is clearly stipulating that the instruction came from Manco. Okay, it clearly stipulates there. If you read the top section there,
yes,
what does it say?
Kindly find here with the selection criteria per the ITV directors, Manco. This document was signed off by Mr. Y. Suleiman. In addition to the above, the following are the responses that I received to my questions to the directors / Manco, and to confirm whether 11 or 12 positions will be potentially retrenched, 11 per the attached annexure. And obviously, just looking at the annexure, there he has got the various departments that we're talking about, the positions within departments as well, and also talking about the number of positions that are essential skills that are needed. So obviously there's a lot that obviously we can unpack by reading this.
Yesterday he denied having any hand in dealing with lawyers, in dealing with retrenchments.
The point that he said is retrenchments were under your control, and this obviously is recorded as the head of PR and sales. And at one point in time, he said that you were managing the HR process as well. And until today, what Dr. Adams says that he has not retrenched any person in ITV.
That is false. Here's another email, okay, sent to the same from the same lawyer. You can read there what the lawyer is stating.
Yes, I had a video, and this is Good Morning Mahmoud. This is from Ross Atchison, and that is from the attorneys to you. Talking about further restructuring, saying I had a video consultation with Dr. Adam last week and have subsequently received numerous SMS messages pertaining to instructions surrounding potential further restructure, short time possible retrenchments.
So I don't know what he's talking
Yes.
about. Maybe
So-
he should explain
No,
himself,
he
but I
said
don't know
that
what he's talking about.
What he said is he had considered, and let me explain to you what he said. He had considered retrenchments, but he wanted to do it in a more humane manner. Those were his actual words that he had spoken. And I think the key issue here is what Dr. Adam has also been saying, that, you were public enemy number one as far as retrenchments go and some of the staff issues, and you've decided to actually shift the blame on him.
Do you have proof of this? Yesterday, you allowed Dr. Adam to make these allegations.
No, in fact,
Did he
what I'm
present
asking you,
I'm presenting you with black and white.
I'm telling you what he said.
Yes.
Now, obviously, I'm giving you the right to respond to what Dr. Adam had.
Okay.
These are statements that were made. And that's why I'd like to get comment from you, Mahmoud, regarding this particular aspect where he talks about public enemy number one. And he says, now you shifting the blame to him.
I've given you black and white.
Right.
I've given you emails from lawyers stating what? Okay, you've read them out yourself.
Yes. No, that's fine. And that's why I'm granting you that opportunity to respond.
At the end of the day, that clearly shows that the statements he made yesterday were false. If he has got evidence to the fact, he must present them.
Right. Okay, what we'll do, Mahmoud, is I see obviously time is going. It's just gone 9:32. We're going to go for a quick air break. We'll be back.
Inshallah.
The combined dam levels for the Port Elizabeth area is at a shocking 11%. 1 July is day zero for the Kucha Dam, resulting in dry taps for hundreds of families in the surrounding areas of Port Elizabeth. Help us strategize. Support our water drive in the Eastern Cape region of South Africa. Donate your lilla towards the erecting of JoJo tanks in impoverished areas and for the vehicles to deliver water in areas of need. Donate to the Al-Fida Foundation. Visit our website at www.alfida.co.za or contact us at 041 484 1288.
These days, I'm more health conscious than ever. So tonight it's stir fry for dinner, cooked in healthy Helios pure sunflower cooking oil. Helios is pure sunflower goodness, packed with omega-6. That's good for your heart and is approved as part of the Heart and Stroke Foundation eating plan. Dinner's ready! Helios, pure sunflower cooking oil. A healthy family is a happy one.
Every 60 seconds, a silent pandemic claims the life of a child. Unsafe water is having a devastating global impact on health and livelihoods. Islamic Relief is at the forefront, providing clean and safe water to vulnerable communities around the world. Our tailored approach to sustainable water solutions enable families not just to survive, but to thrive, ensuring they stay healthy and safe. Give water, give life with Islamic Relief.
Alhamdulillah, we are finally free of riba. Barkat smells lovely.
Yeah. Amana, leave riba for good.
Amana IFS is a registered financial services provider.
Add a sprinkling of sparkles to your magical parties and special occasions with colorful party supplies and decorations to a wide range of baking goods and tools. Packaging from gift bags to meat bags, foil and polystyrene containers, elegant serviettes and intimate candles to disposable wet wipes. A range of glassware, bakeware and stunning wedding accessories just for you. Wholesale packaging available. Sprinkles and Sparkles Party Shop. You want it all. Find us at 431 Inanda Road, Parlock, Durban. Call 031 577 0604. Our operating hours are weekdays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., weekends and public holidays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Follow us on Instagram at Spring and Spark.
Did you know that through Sanzaf, you can provide a meal to an individual for only 12 Rand? By committing to a monthly contribution, you can assist us in reaching out to more communities and deserving individuals. A once-off donation will also be highly appreciated in helping us achieve our monthly target. For more information, call us on 011 834 6046. Sanzaf, changing lives through development and relief.
Listen to something fresh. Listen to Salam Media.
The time is just gone 9:36 a.m. and in studio with us this morning we've got Mahmoud Abou-Zeid, and we are talking about some of the developments that have been taking place at ITV. And this morning we are giving Mahmoud Abou-Zeid the right to reply. Now, Mahmoud has brought quite a bit of correspondence, and during the break I was just going through some of the correspondence. We have been talking about retrenchments, and I'm just looking at an email that was dated November the 5th, 2020, where Mahmoud raises a number of issues with regard to 11 staff members, where the decision was taken to retrench them, and also further on looking at certain names that were retrenched, and also with regard to the Cape Town office. So there's just so much to basically unpack as far as this, and unfortunately we don't have the time, Mahmoud, to go through all this correspondence, but this is something that we will go through. And also I think during the break what you have mentioned is you brought everything in black and white, and obviously some of the claims that Dr. Adam makes, he needs to provide that evidence as well. So we have taken note of what you have just said. Now, let's go on. And one of the biggest gripes has been the non-payment of salaries of staff. And I think in my discussion with Dr. Adam yesterday, he spoke about, and we know these are difficult times. COVID obviously has changed a lot, cash flow problems, but he says ultimately, he says the responsibility for the cash flow is yours. And at the end of the day, he says you were given a number of warnings. You don't recognize him as a CEO. These are points that he had made. But also at the same time, as far as this whole go slow is concerned, and bringing money in drips and drabs, and that has been the reason why there has been this poor cash flow situation.
All right. Again, it's very
If you could
easy.
just get close to my please.
Again, it's very easy for doctor to make such allegations, but the reality of it is that I don't control the bank account. Okay, he controls the bank account himself and his wife. Okay, I bring in the money. He is the one that discharges the money. And I put it to you that the salaries, okay, don't exceed 35% of the money that comes into the bank. Question is, okay, as CEO of the business, okay, why isn't he paying people on time when there is sufficient money? Okay, I in fact put a challenge. Okay, I invite Salam Media to come to ITV tomorrow. I invite you to meet with Dr. Adam and provide the bank statement is the CEO of the company, is a circus-rated individual able to be a CEO of a company?
It's obviously, that is a legal issue. I know as far as directorship is concerned, definitely you can't hold directorship. I mean, that is very, very clear. As far as CEO is concerned, I'm not too sure. I can't comment on that, Mahmoud.
Well, I'll put it to you that I do know those facts. And he cannot hold a position of CEO, not even CFO. And he cannot be a director of any company. In fact, the courts have appointed Sechaba to manage his financial affairs because they don't see him fit to manage his own financial affairs. Moreover, manage the affairs of another company. Moreover, manage the affairs of an NPO. This is not me talking. This is the High Court of the country stating that he's not fit.
Yes. Now, just
okay. That's the one issue. The second issue, because we're getting into the governance of ITV.
Yes.
So the one is Mohammed Adam. He's not even on SIPSI. Yet he is claiming that he is the CEO. Secondly, you also have another court order, okay, relating to two of the directors that are on the SIPSI register, and that is Mr. Yusuf Suleiman and Mr. Sattar Akub, who were declared delinquent by the High Court of Pretoria last month. So two directors, okay, have been declared delinquent, meaning they also cannot act as directors within a company, which means what? It means that currently ITV has got 3 family members, okay? His wife, Mrs. Mariam Bibi Adam, his son, Muhammad Yassin Adam, and his daughter, Zainab Adam. And we all know that these are related parties. So if we assume that his wife, and she is the one who's the signatory on the account, is that person, meaning she is solely controlling the affairs of this business. And when we say that there's no governance in ITV, this is what we're talking.
Who are the signatories to the bank account?
Miriam, his wife.
Okay.
And between himself and his wife, they decide what payments happen and what payments don't happen. There's no checks and balances. The accountant does not receive a single receipt for any of the payments that take place. The accountant does not have access to the bank. How do you have an accountant that can't even get a bank statement? He refuses to account. And this is the core of this issue here. The reason why the staff are coming out is because Dr. Adam has abused the channel. He's abused this channel in the sense that he spends money as he pleases without accountability. There is no payment requisition. There is no checks on payments. There is no signatories that approve payments. There is no paper trail for any of the payments that are being made. I've gone to the extent of opening a police charge against that fact. He has opened a second account. SARS started garnishing the account because he hasn't been paying SARS. So he doesn't pay salaries. He doesn't pay SARS either, to such an extent that SARS started taking money directly from the account. He then went to open a second account, which is illegal. It's tax fraud. He started siphoning the money out of the ABSA account of the company into an FNB account. The accountant on several occasions has asked him to provide statements with regards to the FNB account. He refuses. I'll show you another email. This is an email that was sent to Dr. Adam and his wife. If you may please read it.
The email is dated August the 2nd, 2021, and it is from yourself. And I see you've sent it to Muhammad Adam, Mariam Bibi Adam, Yusuf Suleiman, Muhammad Yassin Adam, Abdul Sattar Akub, and Rashad Davids. And CC'd Tapiwe Mupandawana. And which says, Dr. Adam and Mrs. Mariam Adam, I note with concern the fact that you have opened a separate bank account which you are using to do the following: tax evasion, illegally siphoning funds from ITV registered bank account, hiding from financial transparency. That is, no one else other than yourselves have ever accessed bank statements of this account. May it be known to you that this is not in tandem with proper corporate governance principles. Yours truly, Mahmoud Abou-Zeid, General Manager.
They didn't even bother responding to that email. Okay. I'll give you another email that was sent.
This was on very recent September the 1st, 2021. And again, a number of recipients from yourself as well. And again, this was to Mrs. Miriam Bibi Adam, saying, I seek to bring to your attention that your presence on the ITV bank account is signatory and that of your husband, Mr. M. Adam, is illegal and unprocedural from corporate governance point of view. The illegal and fraudulent siphoning of money from the main ITV account at APSA to the FNB account, which you recently opened, does not help the situation. This is because yourself and your husband are both not supposed to be on the board due to the fact that your husband is sequestrated. You mentioned the case number. So it's urgent. I urge you to surrender the bank account to the accountant. So these obviously an issue that, did you get a response to that?
I did not get a response to that. There was another one that was sent as well.
Okay. Again, this was on the 1st of September about... to Mrs. Adam again. I would like to bring to your attention that as a signatory to the ITV bank account with EPSA, you and your husband, Mr. M. Adam, have transferred a substantial amount of money this month as well as previous months since you opened the FNB account. Please note that you are deliberately withholding ITV money whilst not paying staff salaries. This is a serious matter. I urge you to immediately pay all the staff salaries today and stop harassing the staff by not paying them and whilst you have the money.
No,
okay.
no.
Now, I know this has been part of your list of demands as well, with regard to the salaries. And also at the same time, I see one of the issues that you have raised is staff grievances, full financial audits for the past 3 years, investigation into Dr. Adam and his family's financial misconduct, salaries, pay slips, IRP5, and all these issues that obviously you have raised. Now, Mahmoud, we know that these are obviously government issues, but the one question, we're going to go for a break, but something that you need to think about during the break is, were you part of a deliberate go slow as far as ITV was concerned? And this is going back since last year. And the other point I want you to think about as we're taking this break is the point that Dr. Adam had made yesterday is your dishonesty. And he says, you are the greatest enemy of ITV, a dishonest man, and your dishonesty led to a fraudulent removal of 6 million rands of funds. We're going to go for a break. Think about it.
Looking to get your kick? Kiki's have now reopened on 235 Matthews Maiwa Road in Durban. Head on over for the Taste with Kick. We offer something scrumptious for everyone in the family. Wraps, chicken tikka, burgers, tender grills, mocktails, milkshakes, and so much more. Corporate and events catering available. Visit our social media pages for more info or call 031 209 0119. Kiki's, the Taste with Kick.
Africa. For your convenience, the Africa Muslims Agency's Durban office has moved to 797 Jan Smuts Highway, Sherwood, Durban. Our friendly staff are eagerly awaiting to receive, advise, and share with you the current ongoing campaigns and projects that you have been supporting for the last 35 years. Visit us at 797 Jan Smuts Highway, Sherwood, or call 031 207 5676. Africa Muslims Agency, inspiring the spirit of giving.
Shimmer, sparkle, captivate. Nothing less than a masterpiece. Droplets of gold inspires precious design. Platinum bursts with intricate freshness, and every pure diamond becomes more than just a girl's best friend. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, where timeless dreams become a reality. Come to us. We tailor-make designer gold, platinum, and diamond jewelry. Trade in or remodel your old gold. Clad yourself with classy name-branded watches. We offer insurance valuation and freezer card calculation. Visit us at 534 Ridge Road, Overport, or call 031 208 9142. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, manufacturers of fine gold and diamond jewelry.
What makes Randery Jewelers the optimum place for your memorable gift? Is it our range of exclusive, high-end, luxurious jewelry? Or is it our master craftsmanship of all your bespoke jewelry needs? We believe it's because at Randery Jewelers, we know just how to make your special moments last forever. Whether it's for a wedding, anniversary, or just a simple gift to show your love, trust Randery Jewelers to make it special. www.randeryjewelers.com. Make your moments last forever with Randery Jewelers, the family name you can trust.
Approximately 785 million people in this world do not have access to safe, clean water. In developing countries, around 80% of all illnesses are due to contaminated water and poor sanitation. Don't let dirty water end a life. Build a water well in Bangladesh, Malawi, Nepal, Zimbabwe, or here at home in South Africa. Donate to Penny Appeal's Thirst Relief Project to bring safe, clean water to communities around the world. www.pennyappeal.org.za or call 031 1100 573. Penny Appeal. Small change, big difference.
Kids these days are smart, and when you're competing for their attention against their smartphones, you need to make smart choices, like using Sunfoil triple refined pure sunflower oil in every meal you make. It's naturally cholesterol-free and approved by the Heart and Stroke Foundation as part of a balanced eating plan. So whether you're cooking, frying, or baking, you get the great tasting results that'll get their attention faster than the latest app. And if that doesn't work, change the Wi-Fi password. Sunfoil. Now we're cooking.
Now, here's a company who is revolutionizing the way we do business, and this is through the power of blockchain. Take a listen to this.
For a long time, we've lived in a centralized world where institutions held the all-important data and confirmed all transactions. Those times are over. Welcome to Libertas Group, a blockchain developing company boasting an ecosystem that continually redefines the way we do business. Our blockchain is decentralized, making it immune to hacking or alteration, putting the power back in your hands with no middleman so you can focus on the growth of your business. Libertas, the simplest investment choice you'll make.
Did you know that you can get the latest humanitarian news and updates from the Al Imdad Foundation by following us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube? You can also receive our flash updates via WhatsApp by adding 082 591 6430 as a contact and sending us a WhatsApp message with your name. That's 082 591 6430. Visit alimdad.com or call 0861 786 243 for more information.
Rejuvenating media day by day. This is Salam Media.
Discover the Africa of your dreams and surround yourself with her spectacular beauty. Relax beneath her serene sunsets and explore wildlife at its natural best. It's where the pride of Africa comes together. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve. Get to know the Big Five or cruise on an elephant safari game drive. Interact with lion and tiger cubs and enjoy world-class halal cuisine while we pamper you during your 5-star stay. Indulge in the true African experience. For reservations, call now on 042-203-1400 or visit kwantu.co.za. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve, the place of gathering.
Breaking stereotypes, moving boundaries, joining hands. Salam Media. Humanity sets the agenda.
We continue with the discussion this morning that with Mahmoud Abou-Zeid, and we're talking about ITV, the developments at ITV. Now, Mahmoud, I told you to think about during the break some of the issues, the greatest enemy of ITV.
Well, if you look at ITV over the past 11 years since I've been there, you'll notice that when myself and Farad Umar started with ITV, it had nothing. Okay, the company that we came into had a debt to Centec of 1.7 million. Okay, there was hardly any content. And within 2 years, we were able to approach DSTV and place the content onto ITV and bring the channel to where it is today. For the past 11 years, Dr. Adam was not involved. It has run successfully. We paid staff on the 25th of every month. We've never once had an issue. It's only since Dr. Adam has taken control that all of a sudden staff are not getting paid. We never ever went to the public and said, give us charity money. Every year we do pledges on behalf of several NGOs. Every Ramadan we raise in excess of 50 million rand. We haven't done a single pledge for ourselves because we have stated that we're going to run ITV like a business. Okay? In essence, it's self-sustaining. We charge for advertising. Advertisers pay for the work that we do. And it's a self-sustaining model, and it has worked very well without having the burden of going to ask money from companies. Staff get paid on time. Money was being spent on content. We had a fully fledged news department, okay, that got shut down because he failed to pay AFP. AFP costs 42,000 rand a month. In order for us to be able to get the news content, to be able to broadcast it, we cannot do news without it. Okay. 1 month not paid, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, they send letters, it doesn't get paid. Eventually they shut it down. As a result of that, the entire news department is shut down. When I state that we used to be 60 people and we're now 20, this is not about retrenchments. This is about the environment in the office. This is about the fact that the staff feel threatened every day. They're being told that they're going to be retrenched. They're being told that you can't do any work. And then they're asked to be given reports. And when they submit the reports and there's not much work in there, he then turns around and says, you worked half a month, I'm going to pay you half a salary. And that's not in accordance to what their contract states. Okay, that's the type of conduct that makes them feel insecure. And as a result of that, people start looking for other work. The decision relating to retrenchments happened because it was a necessity at the time. We lost 25% of our advertisers. But the balance of the people that have left because they were not happy. And that's the real issue here. The staff of ITV don't see a future with ITV because there's no governance. They're being harassed. They're not being paid. They can clearly see the creditors are not being paid. The SARS is not being paid. And that is the core issue here.
Now, just coming to the issue surrounding dishonesty, and he spoke at length about the fraudulent removal of 6 million rand, and went to an extent of talking about 15% of commission that was obviously paid to you as part of the restraint of trade, mentioning a figure of 300,000 rand per month, Mahmoud.
All right, let's talk about that. If he is stating that I've stolen 6 million rand, why hasn't he gone to the authorities and have me arrested? If I'm a crook, the right thing to do is to go to the police. Why hasn't he done that? I've been working here for 11 years. If somebody is stealing, you report him to the authorities.
But
now let's talk restraint.
Restraint, yes.
All right. Let's talk restraint. In 2014, okay, Dr. Adam stopped paying my commissions. And then he tried to coerce me into agreeing to sign a contract outside of ITV. He presented me with 3 different contracts in 3 different entities. He then started opening a discussion with me with regards to restructuring my commission structure. He then implemented the commission structure without entering into a written agreement with myself. He then went and stated that I agreed to a restraint of trade. Meanwhile, I never agreed to a restraint of trade. There was discussions.
Have you signed such?
There was discussions relating to restraints of trade. I have not signed any document, and I challenge him to bring any documentation with a signature of Mahmoud Abou-Zeid on it that states that I agreed to a restraint of trade. It doesn't exist. So until he produces such a document, okay, there is no case. Furthermore, he states that 7.5% is against the restraint. The reality of it is that I used to earn 10%. In 2014, he said, and I used to earn 10% of the entire revenue of the company. In 2014, he said, no, You can't earn on the entire revenue. I'm going to be starting other sales teams. Okay, you will earn on yourself, and I'll give you an extra 5%. And that's what he implemented unilaterally without entering into an agreement with me. This is also documented in minutes of a board meeting where these commission structures were stipulated. It's also acknowledged that the commissions in 2014 that were owed were not paid. Until today, they have not been paid. So if he says that there's an agreement, why didn't he pay the owing commission?
Where does Maulana Ragi fit into this
Wait,
retreat?
let me finish what you asked, because he claims that half of that 15% you now have to pay back to the company because you're not honoring a restraint of trade. It's ridiculous how he's analyzing things. If he's got facts, bring them. If he claims to be, I'm a criminal, he must go to the authorities and he must bring charges. The reality of it is that doesn't exist. If he says I earn 15% and I earn 300,000, I'll put it to you this way. If I'm earning 15% and I earn 300,000, that means that I brought in 2 million rand that month. That means I brought 24 million rand for the year. That means out of that 24 million rand, he would have paid me 3.6 million. The question is not the 3.6 million, but what happens to the 20 million that was brought? What happens to that? If he's stating I'm earning 300,000 and that's 15%, that's 3.6 million. What about the other 20 million? Why are the staff not being paid? Why has SARS not been paid since December last year? Why are creditors not being paid?
Yes.
Why has news shut down?
No, I understand. Look, obviously, we have.
He himself stated that.
I know. But what I'm saying is, with regard to, particularly, we're talking restraint of trade. The name of Maulana Ragi obviously was mentioned.
Okay.
There was talk of a fatwa and also a talk of a fatwa that came out of Egypt.
Okay. So at the end of the day, we are Muslims, and Islam governs our life. Okay. Maulana Ragi, in one meeting that I had with him, okay, mentioned that restraints are not Islamic. And as a result of that, I took a fatwa in Egypt with regards to that. I didn't get a fatwa from Maulana Ragi. Okay? And the fatwa literally stipulated that nobody can refrain another person from serving deen. And my work at ITV is serving deen. If I have to go and work at another television station or radio station, I'm serving deen first. And nobody has the right to restrain anybody else from serving deen. I'm not here trying to protect Dr. Adam. The fact that he is calling for restraints from employees, okay, is un-Islamic. Employees must have the freedom to serve deen. If there is one ITV, we should be happy that there's 10 ITVs and that deen is being spread. There are people every day that accept Islam on ITV. Ahlan Akhi, on a weekly basis, has got 3-4 people that accept Islam on a weekly basis. There's certain shows that have had thousands of people that have accepted Islam. We're not here to limit deen. He needs to re-examine the statement that he is making. Because ultimately, we're all here to serve Allah. The fact that I leave ITV and I go work and serve another Islamic media organization, he must have an issue with that. He should be happy about that. In fact, one of our philosophies has always been to bring staff, train them at ITV, so that they may go into Western media and have an impact there. We're here to spread deen. We're not here to limit deen for the benefit of a specific individual. I think he needs to re-examine himself. I think Dr. Adam, when he started the channel, had beautiful intentions. And he's a fantastic person. But the reality that of the current situation is that we're having governance issues. This is not a Mahmoud issue.
Right.
This is not a Maulana Ragi issue. This is not about, hey, if there's a problem, no, pinpoint this person. This is a question of accountability.
Right.
We need to look at the bank account. We need to look at what's happening there. We need to check that there's transparency, that people's rights, the staff rights are being fulfilled.
Mahmoud, I've got a message that's come up on the screen, and this comes through from one of our listeners saying that please explain the dismissal of Parvez and Zahir. listeners. Listener says it was under Mahmoud's supervision. Even a lawyer involved suggested warning instead of dismissal.
Again, okay, these are issues that related to misconduct. Okay, they were dismissed based on misconduct. Okay, I don't have the paperwork with me, but I can send it to you. Okay, and that's provided both Zahir and Pervez are happy with that. I don't have issues with Pervez and Zahir. Okay, I do have an issue that, understand something, that early last year, we had a situation where we had a CEO that left the company. We had a situation where COVID hit. We had a situation where 25% of revenue was dwindling. We had divided employees. We had management structures and board that was collapsing. And I had to steer this ship. And discipline had to be maintained so that we are able to sustain this channel and make sure it survives these difficult times. If I've made a mistake, I'm man enough to say I'm sorry, but it must be based on merit. Okay, we're sitting here right now trying to save ITV, trying to get ITV to continue to do the beautiful work that it has done for many years. We've proven that we have the ability to do so. Let me tell you something. You mentioned about Malan Ragi. Malan Ragi came to ITV against his community that was saying TV is haram for the sole purpose of spreading deen. And now you do this to an honorable person. This is a senior alim in our community.
Now, just obviously, one of the issues that came up is, according to Dr. Adams, that there is an agenda playing out. There are people, and he named certain names, who are trying to take over ITV. Are you aware of this agenda?
Look, I can't comment on that. The reality of it is that whenever there's a problem, there's an agenda. People want to take ITV away. People want to do this. People want to do that. Deal with the issue. I'm sitting here saying we have governance issues. I've come here, I've presented facts relating to governance. I'm stating that come to ITV. Let's look at the bank statements. Let him explain the payments that are taking place and where they're going. Let him explain the FNB account that they've opened, that money is being siphoned into it. These are the issues here. The issue is not these people. I mean, some of these people, when we first started and had no money, gave us money. He mentioned Harun in there. Brother Harun, when we first started, gave us 400,000 when we were not even on DSTV. There's another brother that gave us 100,000 a month for a period of 2 years, until Dr. Adam went to that same businessman and told him, I don't need your money. That businessman turned around and said, hey, I met your chairman. And he says he doesn't need my money. I'm canceling.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, it's not about these people. These people came together to help build the channel. I think if ITV is going to be moving into the future, it's about bringing people together. It's not about dividing them.
Would you go on a public debate with Dr. Adam? Because yesterday he made it clear that he's prepared to debate anybody in an open debate. Would you want to do that? Or would you do that?
Yesterday he challenged that I wouldn't come here today. Okay, and I came here today. But I do not wish to enter into discussions with Dr. Adam anymore. Because Dr. Adam has this persona of accusing everybody and slandering everybody, and I'm not here to do that. I want to talk about how we're going to save ITV. I want to talk about how we're going to bring corporate governance, how the community, the Muslim community, is going to bring together a board, okay, that can manage this company, that can run it in accordance to corporate governance, that financials are done every single year, that every payment has checks and balances, has receipts, that staff get paid on time. That's what we're asking. The channel doesn't have money problems. The community support has proven that. We have governance issues, and the community need to mobilize, and they need to come together and say enough is enough. There needs to be transparency. This channel serves the ummah. It spreads deen, and we want that to continue. But we want that to continue with transparency, with good corporate governance, and with good treatment of staff. That's what we're asking. That's why the staff went out yesterday, 2 days ago, to seek the help and support of the community. And when we tried to do that, he actually had us locked up in the office. He didn't even want us to come and protest. He never even rocked up to receive the memorandum. Salam Media was there. Did you see him?
No.
He wasn't there. What's he hiding from? If he's honorable enough, I'm appealing to him to step down. Let bygones be bygones. Let's put proper governing structures and let us continue to serve the deen.
So, if you are saying that obviously there is no coup about taking over ITV, there isn't any outside influence. Just looking at ITV right now as it stands, you mentioned that corporate governance, you're talking about a new board. And under the circumstances at this point in time, apart, obviously, you've got the picket action that you had taken place. You made certain demands. Where to from here, Mahmoud?
I think that the unions have started engaging with Dr. Adam, and we're going to see where that takes it. The union is going to keep the public informed of what's going on. Our demands are very clear. We want Dr. Adam out, not because of Dr. Adam. We don't have issues with Dr. Adam. Our issues are governance. The fact that his wife is the only signatory on the bank and that the board consists of family members, it's unlawful. How do you have checks and balances? And that cannot continue. And that's what we need to deal with. We need to bring corporate governance. There needs to be a board that's independent of the CEO. I mean, he calls himself a CEO, but at the same token, when you present him these evidence, he then turns and says, I am the office of the CEO. The office of the CEO is empty. It's been empty since Farad left. If you're the office of the CEO, who are you within the office? You got Rashad Davids, who is an advisory to the board. You got Yusuf Suleiman, who is the secretary. Okay, who are you within the office of the CEO? If you're saying you're the CEO, it's illegal. This is not me saying this. This is the High Court saying this. So if you don't have respect to the High Court order, if you don't have respect for the laws of this country, how are you expected to be running an amana like ITV?
Is ITV a waqf?
Well, he's led us to believe that it's a waqf. He has personally told me that it's a waqf. It's just the last week he's saying, no, it's not a waqf. But again, this is between him and Allah. If he seeks Allah's pleasure, put it as a waqf. لا تنالوا البر حتى تنفقوا مما تحبون. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that you will never attain birr unless you spend that which you love. If that's what he wants, Allah reward him. If he doesn't want it, alhamdulillah. That is his intention. It's got nothing to do with me. It doesn't change governance, whether it's a waqf or not.
Yes, Mahmoud. Well, there's just one more that says that has Farhad Umar still got a hold at ITV? There's a rumor that you are being used by Farhad Umar.
Again, look, I haven't spoken to Farhad since he left, and that's a fact. Okay, so at the end of the day, okay, what Farhad is or isn't doing is not the issue here. Again, we're trying to talk about something that's not the issue. The issue is governance. Put governance in place, and everything will run. Pay the staff. As the placard said, the sweat has dried. It's time to pay the staff. Just this morning, okay, last night, Johnny, our sound engineer, sent him an email saying, am I going to get paid? He turned around and he said, CW is dealing with the situation. You haven't worked a full month and hence you can't get paid. Let me just give you one final piece of document. But you're going to need to read it from the back. Okay, so basically, that's the title.
Yes.
And look at the
I think what
back.
we'll do is we're going to obviously end with this after this document. So you're saying this, we're going to read this from the back.
Yeah,
okay,
so look at the title first at the beginning.
Okay, so we're talking about
the front page.
The front page. Oh, okay, fine. This is about suspension of production this week. That's what it says. Now, this goes back to June the 27th, 2021. And that was from Mohammed Adam, and it was sent to yourself and a number of people that was CC'd, and saying that, dear all staff members, please be advised that all production and post-production work and studio work is suspended for this week, except for the following work. And there's a whole lot of issues: invoicing, statements, collection, sales, admin, finance, HR, and also all staff except the above are to be trained in the use of the following software, and basically lists all the type of software. And then that was on June the 27th. And then
you look at my response in blue there, on the front page.
On the front page, your response in blue, right on the front page.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, yeah, the response obviously was on the next day, which was no, it was on Monday, 28th of June, 2021, where you say, Assalamu alaikum, Dr. Adam. I do not understand how a directive like this can be issued without proper consultation with myself and ITV management first. Darren was instructed by yourself to send your communication to all staff. We are days away from Hajj, and we are supposed to stop all our work in order to learn the 12 items listed in your email, which are not a priority at the moment. We are not going to be preparing Hajj content. If we are not going to be preparing Hajj content, what are we going to tell the viewers come Hajj? That are you prepared to make a public statement stating that we do not have Hajj content this year because the staff were busy learning the 12 items in your email? Now, obviously, this is quite a long email. We can't go through each and every.
We're talking of a person who's cancelling production 2 weeks before Hajj.
Right.
You're a radio station. You know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
This is
not
rational.
Hajj is massive. It's a huge.
100%.
Exactly.
So one. Okay. What I'm putting across is the following: since Dr. Adam has taken place, has come in since Farad has left. Okay. The reality of the matter is, he consumes more than half of the revenue that comes in. He doesn't bring any revenue. And secondly, he has not produced a single piece of content. He has killed 80% of the content. And there's evidence in black and white of him cancelling all productions. This is not a man to lead a amana like ITV. We want people that are prepared to work, that are prepared to produce content, that are prepared to spend money on content.
Just to stop you, I know, time, obviously, we've run out of time, but just very quickly, explain the closure of the ITV studios. Apparently, it happened under your supervision.
There, you got black and white in front of you. You just read it out.
Yes.
Where did the instruction come from?
Right.
Where did the instruction come from? And let me tell you the situation. He cancels production work. Then he turns around and says, according to your worksheet, you've only worked half a month. I'm paying you half a salary. The man has come the whole month to work. You are the one. If a person comes to work, you as the company, you're supposed to give him work. If you have not given him work, he must be paid. That is what is stipulated in his contract of employment. You don't invent your own contracts.
Exactly. Well, obviously, Mahmoud, we've come to the end, and we've basically overrun again. And in fact, I think it's been an hour since we've been talking, and we've unpacked a lot of issues. And I think for me, the key issue is the number of issues that Dr. Adam obviously had raised, particularly with you, and those were the issues I wanted to address. And I'm glad that you've come out here and you've given us the opportunity to address these issues specifically with you. Just going forward, is there light at the end of the tunnel?
Definitely. We are optimistic. He claims that there's a slowdown. There is no slowdown. We're still invoicing the clients. We are still working. We're still wanting to serve the community. But the sooner the governance comes, the better. And that's what we're calling for.
So at this point in time, it's just wait and see as far as what the union obviously comes up. And then obviously that will then escalate whatever is happening at the next level.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is in control of everything, and we accept whatever decree he makes.
Well, inshallah. Well, Mahmoud, Jazakallah khairan so much for that, and for your time with us, and for taking time out and coming to us, to the studio on this day of Jummah. We wish you all the best, inshallah. Have yourself a wonderful Jummah. Allah accept, Allah reward. And I think more importantly, let sanity prevail, and let Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be the judge, because ultimately he knows what's in our hearts, what's in our minds, and inshallah, for the benefit of the Muslim ummah, sanity needs to prevail and something can be done, because as you mentioned, we're all here to serve Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We're here to serve the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with ikhlas, with sincerity, inshallah. And Allah accept, Allah reward your efforts too as well. And just to remind our viewers that a podcast of this broadcast will be available in about an hour's time. For myself, it's time to sign off. The time is just gone 20 minutes past 10. Until we meet once again next week, inshallah. Have yourself a great Jummah. And remember the Muslim Ummah in your du'as. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.